Welcome to another episode of the CPGGUYS podcast. Our co-hosts, Shri Rajagopalan and Peter V.S. Bond, explore how brands and retailers engage with consumers online, in-store, and everywhere in between. And now, here are Shri and Peter. All right, everyone, it's episode 3 of the Omnies, the most prestigious, revered, and celebrated awards ever to come across the CPG retail omnichannel digital industry. I think there's no disputing that. Am I correct, Shri? These are the biggies. They're bigly.
Show my guns, but the tuxedo hides it.
They're bigly. So let's get on. We've already done brands, we've done marketplaces. What's left, Shri? The retailers.
Retailers, aka in our world, we call them customers as well.
Let's talk retailers. Our first category, we're not waiting to drop this at the end of the episode where you have to sit there and listen for 3 hours. Let's just get it right off the table. Best e-commerce retailer. You know, Shri, say what you want. Again, they are the granddaddy. They account for more than 50% of the e-commerce share in this country. They are a tremendous force to be reckoned with. They've revolutionized the industry. They keep going after more and more categories. We know now they're building pharmacy out. I think it goes without saying, but I'll say it anyhow, that the best e-commerce retailer this year is Amazon. Your thoughts, Shri?
Clear winner. I think they continue to be. And you know, when you establish a footprint 20 years ago and you have muscled up your supply chain for home delivery and the pandemic hits, you're an automatic winner. But they have also found a way to respond very well to all the challenges that came out of the pandemic. And they just continue to grow leaps and bounds. They have the third-party marketplace, which we've discussed in a previous episode of the Omnies. Clear winner by leaps and bounds.
Yep. Now, Shri, the next category, really, the winner surprised me so much so that I went back to Professor Shanker and Benedict and had them run the calculation algorithms 3 times. And every time it came back showing the winner was this retailer. Let us know about it.
This section is all about the best omnichannel retailer. And what we mean by omnichannel is you have to have in-store sales. It's got to be a segment of your ecosystem, a large segment. You got to have home delivery through various ways. You got to have click and collect. And when a retailer crosses 50% of their overall sales via digital, the word best omnichannel retailer is almost an automatic. Nordstrom,
Yeah.
as we have the end of Q3, over 50% of their sales is coming through omnichannel and digital. Oh boy, Peter, what a whoppingly large number that is, which means their entire internal ecosystems, their website, copy, design, UX, the way they allow consumers to choose and buy product. And last night, as I was walking through Fifth Avenue and walking past the Nordstroms, what I was looking at is now they have curbside pickup in New York City.
You know, Shri, this morning before the award show, my wife and I took our daughter down to the Nature Preserve in Stamford, Connecticut. And on the way back, we hopped off at exit 15. And what did we do? We did a real quick curbside transaction, picked up our product from Nordstrom's. They're a big part of our family. I think they are well deserving of this award because of the commitment they've made and how dominant digital commerce has come to be for the Nordstrom's business.
Point to be noted that Nordstrom of Exit 15 is the first luxury retailer Shri ever shopped at in the United States.
Very good, Shri. Very good. All right. Well, we've been talking about the big nationals. Let's not forget some of the regionals and super regionals. This was a challenging one to go through. There are so many that are well deserving. Some of the super regional groceries, some of the DIY, but I think where we settled is appropriate. We think the best regional retailer is BJ's Wholesale Club. Their e-commerce sales have been astronomical. Their in-store sales have been tremendous. BJ's is a little bit different than Costco, the 800-pound gorilla in the room of club stores. 75% or more of BJ's members are individual households. So whereas Costco probably took a bit of a hit from its food service and commercial business during the pandemic, BJ's only got bigger. They built out a great partnership with Instacart. They built out their own click and collect capabilities. They have a new chief digital officer, Monica Schwartz, who's doing a tremendous job. Their numbers are through the roof. If you haven't been to a BJ's, it's a tremendous shopping experience. We're going to give them the best regional retailer award in this particular category. Thoughts, Shri?
You bet, Peter. Also, another reason why, as I've been saying repeatedly, is to be very successful in your pursuit of following the consumer on their journey and evolving to deliver for them. The foundations are set a long time ago. BJ's Omnichannel Foundation was set years ago, close to a decade ago, as you and I have been following him. And it paid rich dividends in that greater than 70% consumer base that they have in terms of click and pick as well as home delivery. But the next one, Peter, I'm most excited about is the most improved retailer. I look at January 2020, where I was actually working on a top to top with them, and where they are in December 2020. And the folks they brought on as lead merchandisers, the folks that are actually leading their omnichannel transformation journey with the announcement of Walmart Plus, the elimination of minimum shopping basket sizes for participating or getting home delivery, and getting onto TikTok as well recently. There is no debate, Peter, that the most improved retailer in 2020, with its now almost 100% footprint of store pickup via curbside or in-store, is the most elite retailer in the world, the giant Walmart. And we've had 3 guests from Walmart on our show already, Peter. Who are they?
Well, we talked to Whitney Cooper, who's the director of Omnichannel Transformation. We spoke with Matthew Smith from the Walmart Media Group, and we spoke with Stephen Carroll, who is overseeing the retail media component of Sam's Club. So 3 people from Walmart, all of whom have spoken about what is incredible going on across the Walmart business units.
So let's jump right into the next one. We just mentioned click and collect.
Yeah.
And it's also known in the industry by a term BOPIS. Who, Peter?
Yeah, well, BOPIS is buy online, pick up in store, call it click and collect, brick and click, call it curbside. They have a lot of different names, but the one retailer that seems to have really ramped it up and done a tremendous job over the course of the year is Target. They started doing curbside primarily, drive up, they call it, primarily with shelf-stable products, but they quickly rolled out grocery items at the beginning of the pandemic, and now the full-scale store is available. So you can have it delivered to you, certainly through their shipped product and their investment, but their BOPIS business has been tremendous. It's a great app experience. You're leaving to go, you click it, they make sure they have their product ready, you pull up, you say you're there, they walk it out, you show them the number on your phone, they never have to touch anything, they just put it in the trunk of your car and off you go. They have done a really great job. Target is the elite of the BOPIS category. Sure, there are other players that are larger that are doing a lot, but Target took their time and built a really powerful, meaningful experience. People love it, and it integrates very well with their Circle program, so you get all your rewards. Their app is just phenomenal, and we had to give the best BOPIS award to Target. Shri, who's our rising star?
I'm going to keep this one real simple, Peter. Don't have to dig deep into the why, but this is Walgreens. The day I heard, when your front of store is a fraction of your overall business model, primarily anchored on drug and medical devices, pharma and medical devices, and you create a media agency that you can actually partner with brands on to welcome them to everything from shopper marketing to on-site marketing, you know there are many more stories here to be written in the digital and omnichannel transformation consumer attractiveness journey. For that simple reason, to me, when I heard media agency, Walgreens gets the prize here as the rising star retailer.
In part 4 of the Omnies, Shri and I will review the remainder of the Retail Awards. That episode will be released on New Year's Day.
Have a great day. The content in this podcast episode is provided for general informational purposes only. By listening to our episode, you understand that no information contained in this episode should be construed as advice from CPGGUYS LLC or the individual author, hosts, or guests, nor is it intended to be a substitute for research on any subject matter. Reference to any specific product or entity does not constitute an endorsement or recommendation by CPGGUYS LLC. The views expressed by guests are their own, and their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. The views expressed by CPGGUYS LLC do not represent the views of their employers or the entity they represent. CPGGUYS LLC expressly disclaims any and all liability or responsibility for any direct, indirect, incidental, special, consequential, or other damages arising out of any individual's use of, reference to, or inability to use this podcast or the information we present in this podcast.